In 1987, President Ronald Reagan and General Secretary Mikhail Gorbachev received two chess sets in the mail. The sets posed a little bit of a challenge for an actual game. You see, all the squares were white, the pieces too. The most basic strategies became very difficult, possibly even impossible, without the different colors creating the classic game of me versus you, us versus them. And this was the point. The sets had not arrived in the mail by accident, but had been sent by Japanese-born American artist Yoko Ono. The sets, a work of conceptual art, were titled with a telling instruction: play it by trust. Ono had premiered this work in a November 1966 showing at Indica Gallery in London, her first important one-woman show, under the simple name Chess Set. Ono's intention to rethink the role of an audience within art is reflected almost everywhere within the Indica showing. From the white chess set to Ono's painting to hammer a nail, in which the audience was instructed to hammer a nail into a blank canvas, becoming a creator in the process, Ono challenged the concept of finished art. Still, not all of Ono's work included the drama of a hammer or an impossible game of chess. This very rare complete catalog from the Indica Gallery show demonstrates Ono's mastery of simple text to invite the viewer to join in the act of creation. Ono's pamphlet contains 8 leaves of black and white images for the exhibit, with 3 images to a page, cut so each of the 24 images can be removed and pasted onto a half-page slip with other captions. Bottom slips move independently of the top slips and contain intriguing Ono sayings, instructions, and imaginations, as well as a humorous price list, a bio, and an artist's statement. Why care about the catalog design? Well, when you think about it, the questions raised by Ono's painting to hammer a nail and her labeling of a blank page within the catalog water piece, with the instruction to water the canvas every day, are not absolutely distinct. In both, Ono involves the viewer in the act of creation. Evidently, however, in her catalog, Ono gives the viewer even more freedom. Where her works in the gallery were framed and directly attached to specific titles and instructions, Ono's catalog allows the audience to choose not only an intent in creation, but the very canvas itself. By reordering the catalog, one might choose to water the wrong canvas, and still, to some extent, Ono's artistic intent in creation would have been realized. As you can imagine, people who got this catalog at the exhibit probably did follow her instructions, rearrange things, and have fun with it. Amazingly, this copy is complete and everything is untouched in the original order. The only copy like this we could find. It's like a time capsule, connecting us to the first people who walked into her show. Are Ono's instructions the work of creation? Is following her lead, but in your own way, the work of artistry? By reading the catalog over a YouTube video, do you too participate in Ono's artistic process? These are all questions that make your head spin. Questions Ono's catalog continues to ask the viewer. It was this very modern concept of open creation that made a mark on a certain John Lennon, who visited the gallery before the opening at the request of the gallery co-owner John Dunbar and met Yoko Ono for the first time. Lennon was intrigued by Ono's piece Ceiling Painting, where a ladder was placed under a magnifying glass attached to the ceiling. He climbed the ladder, used the magnifying glass, and then discovered the tiny painting on the ceiling. Simply the word yes. Numerous questions are again raised. Did the art begin with the magnifying glass, the yes on the ceiling, Ono's configuration of these things when Lennon climbed the ladder? In any case, Lennon was impressed. He would later say, well, all the so-called avant-garde art at the time and everything that was supposedly interesting was all negative. This smash the piano with a hammer, break the sculpture, boring, negative crap. It was all anti-art, anti-establishment, and just that yes made me stay in a gallery full of apples and nails instead of just walking out saying, I'm not going to buy any of this crap. Soon, the two would begin a correspondence, and I won't tell you where that led. Ono's Indica exhibit posed no shortage of questions, and its structure challenged the very distinction between viewer and participant, catalog and art. Luckily for us, it does seem like part of Ono's point is that while a viewer exists, an artist exists, ensuring the process of creation is one which is never wholly complete, binding both Ono and us, her admirers, as collaborators.